Yeah, me again. When I recently did a video about whether you'd have enough money to retire on, what became shockingly clear is that even if some people could do the maths, they still didn't realize two major things on why they may well not have enough money to retire on. The first major thing they didn't realize is just how long people actually live. Many of them, through their maths, had assumed that they're not going to live as long as the actuarial tables suggest they will. That's the first problem. The second problem was that they thought they'd need a lot less money to live on. So they hadn't allowed for the fact of cost of living increases, inflationary increases, and what the data shows from places like the Office for National Statistics on how much money is actually needed. We tend to underestimate our expenditures and overestimate our incomes. So even when they got the amounts right, that they might even have $1 million by the time they're 60, they wrongly assumed they won't need to withdraw too much and that they won't live too long. And of course, if they can live on a pittance and die the next year after retirement, they can blow the whole $1 million, of course, in a year. But in actual fact, people live a lot longer. So what is the major solution that I want to address and the problem I want to address? Well, have a look at the link in the bio, follow and like for more as well of this content. But the first lesson I want to give you is this. You can't increase your savings very often because people have just got a fixed amount of income if they're in work or elsewhere. You can't increase how many more years you can contribute because you are the age you are. Retirement is when you plan to have retirement. And you probably don't want to work longer. So the main thing that you're able to undertake is improving growth. And that's been the thing that people are most angry about with their pension providers, their IFAs and wealth managers, where they're promised around 5%. The way I'm trying to address that problem is giving people education and information. The education for them to know what to do with the information, the data I give them, of individual stocks, of funds, so they can then more readily work out in a very easy way what they should and shouldn't be doing and why things are underperforming. If you level the playing field so people have got more knowledge, then they're less likely to be ripped off by high-charging financial advisors who are not delivering anything more than a 5%. One of the shocking things I learned from somebody who called me was that over the last 10 years, that individual had seen their pension grow by an amount less than the fees they'd paid the financial advisor. The financial advisor had earned more in fees than the pension had grown. And we're not talking about somebody in their 80s or 90s who had said, please keep this money safe. We're talking about somebody in their 40s and 50s. Have a look at the link in the bio if you want all that free education. It comes in the form of books, online courses. You can even reach out to us. Okay? Thank you.